let's see what else. Oh, another thing. The reason I called it Master Your Internet Presence is because some people are like, oh, I'm not really into that. Like, really? Well, you have an internet presence, whether you like it or not. Everything's on the web, and if you want to really see what's about you online, and I did this at Boeing at a workshop and freaked some people out, go to 123people.com. This site will pull up every photo of you online and put it as photos. Every email address you've ever had. Your past addresses, your phone numbers, any blogs you have, all the social networks you're on. I tell people, look, go check it out. And they go there and they can't believe the stuff that comes up. Now, if you go and do that on me, you know what comes up? Every single thing on there is something I posted. I completely control my internet presence. Completely. And it was all free. It was just by going through what's in that book and getting everything set up. Another thing, Ping FM. I don't know if you've heard of that, but if you want to make a big impact online right away, go to Ping FM. There's like 24 websites there, 24 social networks, right? Go set up on every one of them, then go back to Ping FM and put the username and password in for every one. You can go to Ping FM and put in a sentence or two, and it will automatically go and update all your social networks.
Broadcast for you.
So you can have 24 social networks and update them from your iPhone in 30 seconds. That builds a lot of credibility online, plus people start finding you on the search engines. I just had Patrick invited me to an event. See Brian Tracy, the guy that wrote this forward of his book. I mean, I just think the guy's just amazing. I mean, he lived in his car when he was in his mid-20s and now just finished his 60th book. Okay, and he didn't even have Patrick to help him. Awesome. So I went and saw him. And he's, I love to see people that are at the top of their game, and this guy's the best there is. He walks out on stage, he's like 74. First thing he does is he walks on stage and he goes, so there's a guy walking down the beach in LA. Kicks a bottle and it flips over and he picks it up and wipes the dirt off and a genie jumps out. The genie says, okay, you get one wish. The guy's like, one wish? What do you mean one wish? I'm supposed to get 3 wishes. The genie says, you get one wish, so make it a good one. That's it. The guy says, all right, one wish. Let's see. I want to go to Hawaii. And the guy goes, wait. The genie says, wait a minute, you don't understand. This is it, one wish. You want to go to Hawaii? I'll have you in Hawaii like that, but that's it. That's your one wish. The guy on the beach says, no, you don't understand, Genie. I want a freeway from this beach in LA to Hawaii, and I want to drive there, and I want it to be my freeway. And the genie's like, oh, you're right, I didn't understand. Wow, I don't think I could do that. He goes, you know how much concrete that would take and the pylons to be able to have a freeway from LA to Hawaii? He goes, I've never been able to not grant a wish before. He goes, oh. He goes, look, I'm sorry, I can't do it. He said, any other wish, anything you want, I'll do it. And the guy thinks and he goes, all right, there's one other thing. The genie says, okay, what is it? He says, well, I've been married to my wife for 20 years. I would really love to just understand her. And the genie says, did you want 1 lane or 2?
That's cute. That's cute.
That was a great way to open up. Have you guys heard the term computing in the cloud? Yeah. Okay, you know what that means? What it means is, it's a tech term. The techies are always coming up with terms to try to mess with us, right? Because, the reason that came up, and now you'll completely understand it, is the internet. It's a bunch of servers, a bunch of computers connected by cables, right? If you took the internet and made an image of it, all the computers connected by all the cables, it would look like a big cloud. Look like a big cloud. So computing in the cloud, all that means is computing on the internet. But they made that up so they could mess with us. Oh yeah, I'm doing in the cloud computing, blah blah blah. And we're all like, whoa, wow, what's that? This is the internet. But that's what that means. Now, the internet used to be where it was just push, right? It was websites. That was it. You go to a website, no interaction whatsoever. You were lucky. You're lucky if you could even get an email. If there's an email address, you were lucky. Okay, well, obviously now that's changed dramatically. When the internet first started, I've always been a tech guy. I love it. Even all through the mortgage business, just loved it. So when the internet first came out, Microsoft wasn't even online yet. I went and took a class at Lake Washington Vo-Tech. Me, one other guy. That was it, 2 of us. I turned to the guy next to me and I go, so what are you doing here? He goes, well, my boss made me come, this internet thing. And I go, and I was straight commission, mortgage. I'm like, I guess my boss made me come too. So I took the class. There was no software for the internet, nothing. So I wrote a web page in HTML in the WordPad, in in the text pad in Microsoft Windows, right? So I write this web page. In the middle of it, I had a link that said, time for a snack. And you click on it, and the whole screen turned into an apple. I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Loved it, because I wrote it, right? Well, I posted the website, you know, as dorky as it was. I wish I still had a copy of that. Well, actually, I don't. But the next day, I got an email from somebody in Singapore and another person in Germany asking me about real estate financing in the U.S. And I was like, wow, how much money would I have had to spend to be able to get that kind of presence in Singapore and Germany? There's no amount of money I could have spent. None. So, I mean, it was, at that point, I knew the internet was just going to completely take off, and now it has. Well, we're just scratching the surface with what's going on with this social networking. There's another site, and this is the future of the internet. You want to go look at this? And these names are getting more and more screwed up. But, what's it, 5 minutes? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm closing. It's Blurp, BLERP.com, right? Google, Twitter, Blurp. I mean, you know, Gaga, Google. I mean, might be the next site. But Blurp.com, okay, what this site does is anybody who logs into it, log into it, and then you go and surf the internet. Let's say you go to CNN.com or ESPN.com or whatever. You go to the site, there's a chat room next to every site that you go to, and you can now chat with other people that are looking at the site. So you go to CNN.com, now there's people on the left side, you can chat with them. Oh, what do you think about that news story? ESPN.com, same thing. So basically what it does is it takes the whole internet and turns it into one giant chat room. So the internet's continuing to become more and more and more interactive. Like I said, there's a dozen sites in my book. I'm doing a third off today. If you want to come over and take a look at it, I'll send you guys that goal-based book, and let's see if I have any other hot tips for you. Well, yeah, I've got about maybe 7 hours worth. You guys have time?
Oh, God.
Okay, I'll give you one more that's really cool. Gutenberg.org. Gutenberg.org. Gutenberg invented the printing press, right? Okay, every book whose copyright is run out gets uploaded to Gutenberg.org. There are literally millions of free books on that site. You search anything back to 1850, you can find all kinds of free books. Now, the way you use it, normally you talk to a client and you send him an email. Hey, it was great talking to you, right? Well, now you go to Gutenberg, you spend 30 seconds. Let's say he's a golfer. Spend 30 seconds, type golf in to the search. It'll pull up rule books from 1898 on golf. Cool stuff. Download it. Takes you 30 seconds. Email the ebook to the guy and say, you know, you mentioned you like golf. I thought you might find this interesting. Here's a rule book from 1890. Email him the book. It took you 30 seconds. For all he knows, you went and bought it. He has no idea. But for an extra 30 seconds, you get 100 times more value when you send that email. All right. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Thank you.